What up YouTube, Wild Swag here, doing another video. No, this is not an Ultra Reality shirt like Vexicus, but it's pink. Anyways, so I got a lot of comments on my last realistic ban list video, so I thought I'd do a little more in depth on what I was talking about and why I was talking about it. I also had requests to do something like what's coming off the ban list, and that's gonna be really short because I don't think a lot of things are gonna come off the ban list unless it's like to replace something we have now. So like an example which I think would be stupid would be take away BLS, put in Chaos Emperor Dragon. Don't think that's a good idea at all. But that's what I mean. It's kind of like a replacement, like Dark or Heavy Storm and Giant Trunade. One of those things. So when I was talking, and a lot of people commented about the wind-ups and how I didn't really mention them. Well, the reason why I didn't mention them is because I know they're not going to get hit. Wind-ups in the OCG don't have wind-up Shark. Wind-up Shark being one of the things that makes that deck really good as a pure wind-up deck. Sure, they still have the Hunters and the Zen Mighties, but it's just not as powerful as it is here with the Shark that you can just keep throwing crap down. It just over and over. Because what most people don't understand is that wind-up factories on the field, if you special summon Shark, that's one search, and then there you go. If you have a second factory, use its effect, whatever. So there's so many pluses from having Shark that the OCG doesn't have, making it not as deadly. Unlike Inzectors, which they have the entire lineup, and they just rock. That's all they do. They just win. Now the OCG doesn't have tour guides, but they do have Rescue Rabbits. But Dino Rabbit isn't a huge deck over there, but it's still pretty powerful. I think they have Dino Rabbit Turbo or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, so Tour Guide won't get hit because the OCG doesn't have it. Period. But Rescue Rabbit could possibly go down too. Because it's totally a possibility that somewhere in Konami's headquarters is like, oh, well fuck Rescue Rabbit. We don't have Photon Shockwave anymore. So they'll put that down at 2. Now, people have also complained about Inzectors, but the thing is, if you did any research, you know they're going to get hit. Sure, people play them right now, and everyone on Dual Network says, no Inzectors. And it's like, what's the point? Like, yeah, I want to build the deck, but that's just because it's going to be fun for, like, that less than a month. It'll be fun for less than a month. And people are spending $80+ on a playset of Hornets that could go down to 1. It's ridiculous. Moving on from the newest stuff, Dark Worlds. I can't see Dark Worlds getting hit. At most, I can see Grapha or Snow semi-limited, but that's still nothing. I don't know why they would. Dark Worlds haven't topped, or they haven't majorly topped. They're just not that good. Sure, they're good first game. Like, I'll admit, first game they're very good. Reason being, Max C and Valor do nothing against Dark Worlds, minus Tour Guide and Raven. That's it. So, game 1, you're going to be holding on to these dead cards being like, oh, god damn it. And they're just going to go off. But game 2, you slide those out, you put in D-Fissures. GG. That's pretty much it. So, Dark Worlds I can't really see getting hit. Another big deck, I guess, Karkuris. Can't see Karkuris getting hit. They're not tremendous enough to get hit. You know, I just... A lot of the top decks right now for this meta that you can kind of guarantee Inzectors, they're going to be up there. Just because they take about a turn to set up, but if they can get that set up first turn, you're pretty much screwed. And people mix it with injectors and do all that crazy crap, and shit hits the fan. So basically, all in all, when you're looking at these ban list videos and things like that, you have to, first of all, if they say my opinion, you exit the video. Like just exit the video, because I guarantee you that if it starts out with one of those opinion speeches or like this is what I want to happen, you just get rid of it, because they're gonna say tour guide, rescue rabbit, BLS, max C down to 1, all this crazy crap. So just exit that video. When you're doing research for ban lists, if you're doing your own ban list video, go and look at the OCG. Konami bends to the OCG. Very rarely have they done anything for the TCG. Most I can think of would be Allure of Darkness. I didn't pay a lot of attention during the SAM period. I don't know if SAMs were like hitting top shit over in Japan. So, yeah. Speaking of SAMs, a little off topic. If you think Shien's coming back to 2, dislike the video. I don't know. Like the video, dislike the video. I have a really weird feeling that they're gonna bring back an older aggressive deck to combat with Inzectors and other aggressive decks that are coming out. I think that either we're going to be coming into a control-based game again, or it's going to be aggressive, like, get in there kind of thing. Tell me what you think. In, like, the current meta right now, it's very aggressive. It's very, attack, attack, attack. That's basically what it is. That's why decks like Black Wings, X-Sabers, and a lot of other decks. Well, X-Sabers are just crippled anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But decks like that, or even 6 SAMs for the most part, they can't combat with it, because 6 SAMs have turned from a super aggressive deck when Gateway was at 3. Hell, when Gateway was at 1 and there was like still 3 Shiens and stuff like that, they were extremely aggro based. It was just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then now they're more of a control deck, because you're going Beast Shien, or you're going to try and get that lockdown as fast as possible. So I think it's either to go back to a control, or it's going to be aggressive versus aggressive. As most of you know, there's always anti-meta, which is like, removal and Thunder Kings and anti-effects and things like that. But if you haven't noticed, these rarely top, and if they do, it's usually by fluke. When I saw YCS Brighton with the Chainburn deck that topped, I laughed so hard. I just couldn't stop laughing. Even in the Toronto Regionals, back in either October or September, I forget when it was, Chainburn got like top 20, they came like 27th or 23rd or something like that. And I was like freaking out. I was like, are you serious? A $10 deck? This is when tour guides and rescue rabbits were like blowing shit up and like everyone's going crazy. And some guy with Chainburn built it for $10 came to a regionals. Crazy. But people just can't deal with it. A lot of people have they're like, we'll bring 1 Heavy Storm and 2 MSTs. What are you gonna do? What do you side into? Effect Veiler? Like, what are you gonna side for Chainburn? Other than, actually, even Macrocosmos and D-Fissure don't hurt it that much, because they can always switch out of their stuff. So I guess it's very hard to side against Chainburn unless you're playing something like Twilight or something like that, but no one plays Twilight anymore. So, anyways, when you're doing videos and things like that, do research first, get stuff out there, talk about what is realistic and not what you want. It's great to know if you want to see my personal ban list video, like half the game is banned, so, and like only my decks exist. So yeah, thanks.